Welcome summoners, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into a brand new League of Legends player in 2025, where the champions are fierce, the skins are ever so glamorous, and the learning curve, well, let's say it's more like an unending cliff. In this video, we're going to navigate the ups and downs of the Rift, complete with epic fails, epic wins, and maybe a few questionable life choices. Because, let's face it, every League journey starts with a few failed ganks, or 10. So whether you're a seasoned pro and you just want to laugh at a newcomer who's joining your ranks, or at least trying to be there, or you're also with me trying to figure out why your keyboard has suddenly become your worst enemy. There's something here for everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to join our League of Legends journey, rated E for everyone, baby. And I want to hear from you guys. Please drop down helpful tips or the most painfully hilarious advice you wish you didn't take. Let's build the ultimate handbook for League of Legends players to start their game. Alright, so how this video is going to go is I'm going to play 3 matches and then we will go through and see what I could have done better. So that'll give you guys opportunities to correct my mistakes and also help me as well. I'll do my best to know what I did wrong and how to fix it going forward. So let's go ahead and jump into it with game 1. Alright, and here is game 1. Here is the lineup. I am playing Viego in jungle. And before we even leave spawn, I already did one mistake, and that is forgetting to grab my trinket. So I had to go back to spawn to grab that. The next mistake that I'm realizing is that I need to do better at pulling the mobs closer to the other camps. That way I can hurry up, move on to the next camp, and reduce travel time. I do it a little bit here, but I feel like I could do it better, and also moving slightly after the actual hit animation, because if you move too fast, they don't move at all, and then you have to walk back. Another mistake is I'm just out of position here with this. I'm literally not moving the camp any closer, and I use an ability and I literally bounce off the rock. So a lot of things that need to get fixed here. I don't even try to pull these wolves closer to the next camp. And right here I used my E ability to increase my movement speed. However, I did it in a way that reveals my position to the mid laner. I need to do it somewhere else. Also, still not moving the camps closer to the other camps, therefore wasting more time. And again, same mistake, not even trying to bring the red buff closer to the other camp. Another issue is I should have used my E earlier to fight these grubs, and my positioning is just bad. I really need to get into a position where they're all lined up. That way I can get most of them with a Q, but I did not do that here. So my full clear time was 3 minutes 49 seconds. Not very good. And right here I noticed that Mundo is pressed up, and also that I have no lane presence top or mid, so I decided just to back here and grab items. Another mistake here, I do encounter a Mumu teleporting away. I should have cast my E first, that where I had increased attack speed. However, I did not until later in the fight. I did end up coming up on top on this encounter, but I feel like it could have been played way better. My next mistake here was just trying to go after Mundo. I literally didn't have any reinforcements, so there really was no reason for me to go for this. My next mistake here is I was going for the Void Grubs. I do end up getting a Void Grub, but at the cost of me dying. I really should have just claimed one Void Grub and got out of there. That's a mistake I'm going to try to avoid in the future. I completely left a chicken, so need to make sure I actually finish off a camp. Again, I'm pushing towards Mundo. It really doesn't need to happen in this embarrassing team fight. I get into the fight way too late. We already lost a summoner, and I am attacking the tank instead of attacking the squishy. So I need to make sure that I'm targeting the people who have priority, which in this case would not be the tank. We do end up managing to secure the dragon. It was really close. It looks like a Mumu went for a flash, but he mistimed it. I did get a kill off of Mumu very easily. And then here comes another champion. I try to use a Mumu's ability I'm not familiar with right now, using my ult, get knocked up, and I'm able to claim the kill on him as well. At the end of the day, pretty good fight, but I feel like I still could have done my abilities in a better sequence. My next mistake here that I see is I didn't wait until I could see if there were more enemies close by. I literally just dived into a Mumu and ran into 2 other champions. I do manage to survive this one, but it really wasn't worth it at the end of the day to engage prematurely, because it almost cost me my life. So next team fight, again, embarrassingly going after the tank when I could have been going after the squishy that had just ulted into me. Another mistake that I hope to fix in the future. Next team fight starts. I really should have used my E against the wall first, then did a melee, then did my W, followed by my Q after resetting, but not too bad. We end up getting a couple people out of this exchange. I'm able to do a maneuver to try to make sure they lose me. I'm not sure if it was the right move to do. I could have probably stayed back and still done the same thing, but I decided to circle around. It still managed to work out. I did use my E, but of course I hit the wrong wall. I do manage to pick up a kill here, and then I feel like if I used my abilities better, I could have claimed the Thresh as well, but I did not. Next mistake is I should have just left here. I'm not sure why I stayed. There was a lot of enemy champions on their way, and because I didn't retreat, I just ended up giving them a kill. Next team fight here. I'm not sure why I'm playing frontline. I really shouldn't be doing that. I almost end up dying because I wanted to get in first. I really need to wait for an opening to show up and then get in. This was not the opening. Next mistake, I embarrassingly was afraid to get involved into this fight. I believed that if he had my help fighting the squishies, I think it could have turned out better for him, but instead I ran away thinking that I wouldn't add anything to the fight. So I really need to get more brave when it comes to supporting a teammate, especially because of how long he managed to hold out without me. This ambush here on a Mumu, it's not really, I don't think it's a mistake, but there's probably a better way I could have played it, but we still end up with the kill. My next mistake is pointlessly wasting my flash to try to get the stun on Mundo with my ability. The next clip really isn't a mistake, it's more of a team fight that I think I could have played better, but we do end up getting a bunch of kills and we're able to run down one more champion and I'm able to finish them off. I do feel like this next clip is a mistake. I feel like even though I was low, I still should have been in the fight. I don't know if retreating and not dying was the best option here, but I'm still gonna roll with it as a mistake. This is definitely a mistake here. I'm not sure why I decided to run out away from everybody. I should not be frontline engaging with Viego. It's just not what you should be doing. And this match ended in a surrender. Here is the scoreboard for game 1. 4 kills, 5 deaths, 10 assists, 25,717 damage with 14,786 farm. On to game 2, we are still playing Viego in jungle. Here is the lineup. I'm not sure what I was thinking in this game. I didn't even improve from the last game. I just didn't even bother to try to pull the camps closer together here. I must have done it with some of the other camps because our clear time was a little shorter by 8 seconds, 3 minutes 41. I am able to grab the bottom scuttle away from the enemy jungle just in time, and we are able to take this dragon as well. Next, I do attempt a gank on Mordekaiser. However, I'm not familiar with his ult. It looks like the ult can trap you in. Somehow the duel worked out in my favor. I feel like I made a lot of mistakes in this fight, but I managed to come out on top. I don't really see this one as a mistake. This one actually, I feel like I learned a little bit from the previous game. I just took one of the grubs, tried to get the second one, didn't have enough time, and I figured that Mordekaiser would be on his way, so I got out. So in this encounter, I do believe it was a mistake. I just wrapped around and I went in greedily so. Not very confident I would win the duel. It did come out in my favor, but I feel like there was a better way to play this, but it just happened to come out in my favor. This one is definitely a mistake. I go into fighting this dragon not knowing that it's literally going to be me by myself. And I did steal the dragon, but I'm chalking that up to the fact that I was misclicking. I meant to click the enemy champion, not the dragon, but it just so happened that it worked out in my favor and I ended up stealing the dragon at the cost of my life. Fortunately, this game also ends in a surrender. Here's my stats for game 2. 4 kills, 1 death, 0 assist, 8,392 damage, 7,831 gold farm. And finally, game 3, Diego jungle again. This one goes a little bit better. I start this game with a leash from some friends, and I do manage to try to pull the red buff closer to the next camp, but I still need to get my timings better with the attacks. But I'm definitely showing signs of improvement. 3 minutes, 36 seconds for that clear. Just need to get better at pulling the mobs closer. This one, I definitely classify as a mistake. I had a W ready, I had a Q ready. I literally walked right in front of Mundo. He didn't even react to me. I didn't even react to him. I definitely could have hit him with a W and definitely killed him with the help of the mid laner. I just wanted to get both scuttles because I knew the enemy jungle was trying to get the other scuttle because he just missed it. But I feel like this is definitely a mistake. I should have probably gone for the kill here. Next mistake is forgetting where I'm actually based at. I thought that I was running towards safety, but I was just running deeper into the enemy jungle and I just died. Next mistake here is I should have retreated after the second one. I noticed that Nocturne used his ability. I shouldn't have continued to use my abilities just in case I got into a fight, but I literally had 0 resources ready for him and I end up dying here. Again, this is completely my fault. I noticed my teammates running this way. I noticed Nocturne's following, what I should have done here is use my E to move in quickly and actually land my abilities, which I just struggled to land. This mistake, again, I don't know why I thought my W was going to land here. I should just close the distance, then hit him with the full combo. I still managed to pick up the kill, but it really didn't need to be so, dumb. This one's not really a mistake. I did make sure that on my way back and I see Mundo, just kill him. He's already dead. Lucky for us, this game does end in a surrender by the enemy team, and we pick up our first win. Here are my stats for game 3. Victory, 5 kills, 2 deaths, 0 assists, 4,935 damage, 7,549 gold. And that is the end of these 3 games as Viego. A lot of stuff we need to improve on, some things we did right. Make sure you leave a comment, helpful tips, hateful tips. You can just insult me, but you suck at this game, something. I need the comments, please. And appreciate you guys so much. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.